Welcome back to Let's Play Medieval 2 Total War England campaign, episode the 85th with me, Skwalker. And when we left off, we'd been doing this, that and a little bit of everything, or really a lot of defending ourselves, not a lot of attacking, but we're going to try and do the attacking. The issue is when we try and do said attacking, something weird goes wrong, such as my men just betraying me and becoming rebel armies, which is annoying, and we're going to be looking to deal with today. And we've also got other things to worry about. We're planning to take Palermo because, you know what, bugger it, Sicily's just about down and out for the count, so let's just take those territories that I cover, mainly Palermo, Tunis and Tripoli. And then we've got additional things to worry about. There's a Sicilian army inbound to attack us. There's a Holy Roman Empire army just hanging around. There's also a big one hanging around Vienna, however I think right now it's just waiting for something to do. And what we know about it is the Emperor's army, but it's militia. That being said, the Polish have been very aggressive recently, and the Spanish are also taking a little attack my way, but we're just going to bounce those ones away because, as it stands, I'm not attacking the Spanish actively. While Pamplona and Zaragoza are tempting targets because they're weak, I just do not want to get dragged into a war against the Spanish because it would be an unproductive use of my time. That being said, I am very wealthy today, so we are going to look for a way to spend my magnificent amounts of money because we're just very wealthy at the minute. So really, what are our main priorities for today? Priority 1, get rid of the army of Captain Howard, and I guess we'll have to deflect whatever this little papal army is that's on its way to attack us.
Come face me!
They've got new units as well, such as Swiss Guard, who look to be very well armoured, and they've also got more Pavisa crossbow militia. They're kind of tough, those guys. I've also got to get rid of... I'm not too bothered about getting rid of Edmund Carolinga. We'll deal with him at some point, but we need to be wary of the Emperor, and I think what we need to be doing is we need to prepare an army at Innsbruck and potentially use some troops from Nuremberg to get this particular dance done, because since the betrayal of Captain Howard's taking place, it's just really thrown a bit of a spanner in the works. I also do want to take Palermo. I could actually move into blockade Palermo, but I would rather just get him merged up with Admiral Jasper here because I want to try and make a nice big navy, which we're going to use to start exacting control of the seas. What we know about Palermo is the garrison is somewhat substantial, so we will need to recruit a fairly large force to take the town with, but we can start recruiting some artillery at least, so we are going to get working on a cannon. And we are building an inn, or an inn, if I wasn't yawning so much because I'm narcoleptic. But yeah, we're going to build an inn to keep the people happy and nice for Rome. I don't like disbanding units, but I'm sorry lads, it's just not happening with you. We're going to get these guys disbanded. But yeah, we are just going to continue building up our position, so I'm just going to do a bit of general recruitment in Rome because I am also now going through the process of establishing a few forts in key areas to try and keep the papal troops contained to certain areas, which would basically eventually result in the only territory I could ever potentially attack being Bologna. Oh, by the way, these ribbos can go to Milan because we're going to have some fun with us. In fact, we might march out and meet the papal army, but I think what I would like to do is just run out and get a fort built. But then again, you know what, I'll let Captain Dominicius come to us. I'll just take him down conventionally. Anyway, Captain Howard has taken my troops and has just decided to basically be a bit of a dickhead and just, you know, steal an entire army. So we need to recruit some troops in order to take our armies back, so we're just going to go for the general standard city recruitment I can do here. I'm getting a new spy just to get a full readout on his army and doing some retraining, and Milan's also working on additional troops. So we are working on troops that we are going to use to basically pile on Captain Howard and get rid of him and make him pay for his trespass. Genoa, I would also recommend just recruiting some additional troops just because, well, Genoa could use the additional troops. We could build cannon towers if we wanted to, but that'd be a bit too much. I do like the idea of building a military academy though, so we've got Demi-Lancer recruitment sorted in this area as well, because right now Aarhus is the only town I have that is actually capable of recruiting Demi-Lancers, and I could, not that I foresee them becoming a mainline unit in my army, they're not exactly the best unit, they're adequate, but they do help in areas where I don't have too many castles, such as sort of more Mediterranean areas. I'm also making my plans to march on Marseille. How are we looking at Angers now? We can get 3 more units in the army, and then we're actually going to set off. So, as it stands, I've got quite a few spears, quite a few swordsmen, quite a few archers, and a fair bit of cavalry. You know what, let's just go for one of each. Let's get 1 unit of mailed knights, 1 unit of armoured swords, and 1 unit of levy spears, and I think that would be a good looking army there. Though there's also retraining to do, which is a bit of a pain in the ass, but I think that is literally just up for an armour upgrade, which... Actually, no, just get them upgraded, because, you know, I like having my knights to be upgraded. Get them upgraded, and, you know, we'll just set off regardless after this, because I really do want to get going. I really do want to get Marseille taken, because I can't expend these troops out of the area just now, because we do have a issue of the Spanish, but... I think it's high time we went for establishing a couple of forts in the areas to keep them at bay. Since we can recruit basically 3 units per turn, I guess we could emergency recruit troops quickly, because then I can start using some of Toulouse's army to start making my plan for the Mongolian reconquest I intend to wrap this campaign up with. And also Toulouse is now working on cannon towers to make it an absolute bastion. Same goes for Bordeaux. We're going to basically make these 2 castles practically invincible. But... I'm going to take a small force of longbowmen, and we are going to establish a fort here. Just no, I don't want to recruit mercenaries. I just want to build watchtowers, and I just remember we can't build them on roads. It's kind of awkward, so we'll need to move somewhere else on hope I just don't suddenly get ganged on now. There's also a Moorish merchant going around selling stuff.
I have many fine wares.
He makes a lot of florins. I should get rid of him. I never really got into a merchant game on this one. I don't think I'm really going to get into it this time around, but I would like rid of that Polish merchant.
We are not fool enough to trade with our enemies.
Yeah, he really should be gone. Anyway, what can you tell me about this Polish army? What is Władysław Piec up to in this area?
Know your enemy. It is me.
He's got a fair few troops and we have no intel. I also got a heretic in the area and spies. So basically, yeah, the Polish are getting a bit raggy right now. So I'm getting a spy and a priest. I'm also getting some archer militia. I do have a fairly decent garrison set up in Breslau already. So what I might do is Stettin. If you could recruit some more troops, please. I could really use having you on standby. But can you just get your numbers back up to scratch? So actually, I think there's a bit of unit mercenary we could do there. There we go. Right. Good. Right. Also, the jousting lists are being used to upgrade our knights. At which point, once they're done. I do intend to march out and take, not Krakow. Oh wait, no, I did want to take Krakow, didn't I? Yeah, it was Krakow I wanted, because I could use this river as my new border against the Polish. Yeah, we're going to go for Krakow. Keep the Polish out. Keep this river as my easternmost border. Anyway, there isn't really too much left that we can do on this turn. I think we could just do some bits and bobs of construction and maybe some recruitment here and there, but I think apart from that, we are in just about a position where we can call it a turn. That being said, the next turn is our 130th turn, so we'll be doing a lot of housekeeping. So this is probably going to be the most battle-oriented episode, so just be aware, this is probably going to be an admin episode today. I know they're fucking thrilling, aren't they? But, hey, no campaigns won with poor administration, I'll tell you that for free. Innsbruck, you're losing population, but you're building irrigation, that's absolutely fine. Do I need troops up here at a minute? Yes, I do. We've got a new rebel. Who's this? Captain Hugh.
I will only address you in battle.
Alright, we'll address him in battle then. I've got Alfgar Webb heading somewhere. Alright, Leonard Lewis.
My lord.
Take a couple of peasant archers and 2 units of billmen and go put this guy down, please. And
we shall slaughter them, my lord.
Recruit troops here, but I do have sight of a Spanish navy. We're gonna have to, you know, Admiral Nicholas could sail up and intercept him and stop him from doing whatever he's up to.
Victory!
He's in retreat. I'm gonna deal with you.
Nothing can stop us, sire.
Yeah, I know nothing can stop you. I'll deal with you in a minute. Admiral Nicholas.
Ready, sire.
Admiring the enemy.
Admiral Lope doesn't carry anything, but I want rid of him. See if you can sail up and have a go at him. You might beat him. I don't know. The naval combat usually is a bit of a coin toss, really, as to whether or not I'll win. Balance of Power is 3-2 in my favour, so this should be a victory, but, well, you never quite know of these naval battles. Oh, we won this one. Good.
Our people rule these waters, sire.
And we should rule these particular waters. Trait increase, by the way, this guy's now a worthy admiral, which means, you know, yeah, this dude, Admiral Nicholas, worthy admiral, so he's got free command. Well done, you. Right, get your ass up to Nottingham, where I can replenish you, because yeah, that battle did come with its cost. In fact, let's recruit some more hulks in this area, just so then we can build up our naval power in this area, because the Spanish may be up to something. What are you up to, Admiral Anthony? Oh yeah, you're off to do some blockading, because the Council of Nobles told me to blockade Toledo. That is Toledo's port, isn't it? Yes, it is. Okay, right, go block it then, my dude.
We have their port blockaded, sire.
Good job. I really should get back into a port blockading game. It'd probably be doing me a lot of good to absolutely smash up the economies of my rivals. Anyway, there isn't really anything left that we can do this turn apart from deal with Captain Hughes, so let's put this guy down and then we're on to the next turn. So,
An order.
Leonard, it is more than a one-unit battle, so I think we will fight this one out, and I could really use a quick warm-up.
Yes,
and
sire.
then we'll
Moving
be
to crush the
on
enemy.
with the campaign as usual. So let's just have a nice quick battle against this dude and see what he brings us. See if there's anything interesting. I want to see how I can make this battle interesting, but when the strength ratio is 5-2 in my favour, we know that it's just 2 units of longbowmen. Alright, well, I lack cavalry, so let's have a go at it.
Show no mercy. I carry many great wounds, all honorably earned in battle. Aye, and all earned in honorable service, like a true Englishman. Perhaps today I will gain another scar, if that is God's will. I am certain, however, that I will strive to gain another victory. These rebellious knaves and villains are not fit to breathe the same air as we honest Englishmen. They must all die before dawn comes again. This is a mercy, because they richly deserve the gallows for turning against their betters. And this time, lads, try to listen to the orders. I don't just shout this stuff out because I like the sound of my own voice. There is a point to all the shouting, and a battle to be won!
I find it funny that they laugh at the fact that they disobey orders, but okay. Right, so I'm going to keep the weather bad because, to be honest, yeah, finding enemy units in a fog isn't fun, but at the same time, I think this weather will be disadvantageous to the enemy actors. Anyway, how is it going to go? The general's going to lead from the front because he's basically going to walk up and give the enemy longbowmen a bloody nose. You two are going to march in loose formation, and peasant archers, I would never, ever, I'll probably have done it at some point, but look, guys, I'm not sending you to go and volley an arch unit that is superior. You'd lose, so let's just save the casualties now. Okay, so the enemy has done what I like to call the scumbag deployment, in that they know that they're going to lose, so they deploy in the far back corner of the map. So, I will see you in a few minutes, folks, when you can see some very brief scenes of longbowmen getting absolutely owned. Okay, so the enemy has been sighted and they're on a hill and getting ready to fire. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask the general to loosen now, and to be honest, here's the best thing to do with an archer. Close range quickly before we get out too many volleys. So I have a cavalry unit, and therefore we are going to close range and get rid of him now. Let's just hope it doesn't take an unfortunate arrow to the eye socket or something. First volley definitely hit me. Looks like my men came out of it okay, so lads, it should be a very simple thing I am asking you to do here. I want you to run into them with your lances and absolutely fucking batter them, because, you know, at least they don't have the good armour. And alright, good charge, good charge. Right, you've already routed them. Push through to the next unit, and I think then we will have satisfied our quota of watching some longbowmen getting owned. I don't like seeing them get owned because, well, I have a soft spot for longbowmen when they're working for me. That being said, when they're working for me. When they're working on their own and causing harassment to my trade, then I can find an excuse to absolutely mow these fuckers down, because, well, that's what you get for turning against your betters, I guess. Once more, they don't deserve to breathe that air as me, an honest Englishman. No, 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 no. Anyway, here we go. Lads are just getting in there, just really getting bloody with them. Already putting in the most effort, I have to save my knights, but, well, for trying. I guess no one really wants to come out and fight in the rain. I wouldn't want to fight in the rain. It's
The battle
shit
is very
weather,
much
really,
in our
isn't it?
favour. If we remain true and steadfast, victory will be ours.
Okay, Mr. Glitched Guard, I will admit that you seem to be having a lag issue, but okay. Lads, just push through the unit, by the way. Just, you know, we push through them. Look at it. It does absolutely horrible things for their morale when we do that.
The enemy general flees like the coward he is. Press onward and break the spirit of his army.
Good, right. Let the enemy general flee. Billmen are inbound on this unit here, who are trying to run back and recover their own position. Billmen are marching in a loose formation to try and minimise their casualties. That being said, these are Billmen with padded armour, and therefore they're probably not going to have the best of times. Like they're barely armoured, would be the best way of putting it. Right, he's on the run. Let the captain run. He's harmless now. It's just a dude with a sword. General, I want you to move in here and see if you can get yourself a silver chevron by taking these guys out. They are trying to get some hits against my longbowmen, or well, not really, against my billmen, but so far not one shot seems to have actually marked its target. So, yeah, I don't think the weather's good for their accuracy.
Our cowardly foe runs. It's time to press the attack.
I don't see a silver chevron next to your picture. Please get one. Alright, I don't know if he will get one, but it's always worth a try, you know. Get that XP. I love the XP. I mean, there he goes, mowing them down. And no silver chevron today. Let that captain run. He'll die alone in the countryside. There'd be no one there to have remorse for Captain Hugh. Go on, off you go. Out of man's sight.
This is a clear victory that goes to only men of great virtue and valour.
Thank you for wasting my time. Well, I'm sure we didn't waste all of our time. I think I got some XP somewhere. Leonard? Yep, Leonard got some experience. There we go. Worth it. It's always nice just to get that nice little chevron. You know, it means it wasn't a total waste of time. And look, many notifications are now just coming in. Enemy army routes, trait increase. Oh, we gained some more dread. There you go. More dread and also more loyalty. Good. Right, made him feel appreciated.
Command me, sire.
Definitely a worthwhile battle then. Head back for Nottingham for retraining and all that jazz. And that being said, I do believe that is where we can call it a turn. So therefore we will. Let's move on. A lot of things of quite a lot of concern happening in the world today. Mainly coming from the Polish and this shit here. But let's have a look at that shit in a minute. For now, Ambrose, get your ass back into Toulouse. And oh, hello, a Spanish assassin. Hello, Spanish assassin. Were you planning to be really, really annoying? First, end of turn report. Everything looks good. Most advanced faction, it's me, of course. City ready to upgrade. London's ready for an upgrade, and since I have 30,000 fucking florins, yeah, go for it. Mission success. Yes, I've been rewarded with 3 units of Knights Hospitalia in London. Good, good, good. I will have those link up with my troops in Nottingham for preparation to be sent into the main theatres of war, getting retrained. And oh yeah, Aston Spider, you're a new guy, aren't you? Oh, I guess you are. Yeah, get your ass into Nottingham, I'll send you along. Right, faction announcers by the way. Toby of Westbury sadly passed away in Milan. That is a shame. Michelle how's Milan doing? Alright, Milan's coping. Michelle Berkeley now feels appreciated. Thomas Bower is now noble in his rule. Alfred Heaven is feeling very appreciated. Stephen Hick has a monk. And Thomas Bower has an overseer. Good. Construction report by the way. Nottingham now has a boyer, so we can start recruiting and retraining and upgrading our archers. there's never too much I want to work on in Nottingham because of the fact that I don't really use England for anything. But I guess if we keep working on some dockyards, at least we could try and get more money out of these territories. I mean, even if it's a castle, it's still paying for itself in a way. A Jacko's also just completed its upgrade, so that would be a good idea to start working on the barracks. We can increase the quality of infantry we're getting there. And Prague now has a gunsmith. Start working on some irrigation to maintain your population growth and also retrain your catapult. And also get ready because the Polish really do have this thing where they constantly want to retake Prague. It is really strange. Recruitment report, by the way. Nottingham has 2 Hulks, Milan some arquebusiers and heavy build militia, Breslau some archer militia, Angers some armoured swordsmen and levy spearmen, Venice some spear militia, Innsbruck a Raibo, Genoa some spear militia and archer militia, Bologna some spear militia and archer militia, Rome some archer militia and spear militia, Naples a bombard, Breslau a priest and a spy, Venice a spy. I mean, it's all retraining around. Let's get our new agents up and running first. So we have our new priest here, Robert of Birmingham, with a lovely blue thing, and the heretics have passed into Polish territory now. However, some heretic hunting's always a good bit of sport, except you're not very good at it already.
Who is the heretic, sire?
Alright. I'd like to go heretic hunting, but not when there's basically not enough heretics for us to kill. Just keep here because there has been some horrible influence coming from these nasty people, so I'd rather you keep tabs on what's going on there. And our new spy in Breslau, Mr. Stephen of Canterbury, he's already looking quite good because we do have a thieves guild. I need you to be in Krakow. Oh god, 8% really. 88% to get into Thorn. Thorn might be a better target to watch for the minute, because if we could keep our eye on Thorn, then we will know more about the Polish troop manoeuvres, which is something I would rather know. I know that all we know about Krakow is it's probably going to be an easy conquest, but Thorn is a good target to watch. Once he gets in there, of course. And he, well, we don't know. We'll find out in a minute, or at least we'll see when he eventually blows up and dies. And we'll do our other Spider-Man. Right, show me your thing. How did you get in this time? Using a horse carriage, right? Once more, I can see I didn't tuck his feet in, so let's watch him get stabbed. Hopefully the guy just isn't giving a shit today. Alright, good spy, good spy. Alright, so Thorn is a citadel, it's got its stuff, and what we know is a garrison in 2 weeks, so I could probably take this one day, but I don't intend to. Also got a trait increase, he's got additional agent skill, and even more agent skill. Good going, you. Right, other spy by the way, Hugh of Alchester. He's doing alright as well. So, Hugh of Alchester, Hungarian assassin. Hungary, what are you up to? I think the Hungarians may get a bit thorny in the sides. Who is this, by the way? Oh, well, he got promoted at Captain Domitius. He's now just a general. Good for him. Right, go spy on Captain Howard and tell me what you know about him. Okay, so it's pretty much the army that we left him with. So he's got some feudal knights, a unit of long momentum, and it's just all spears. However, they are experienced in armoured spears, thanks to me. That's fine. Some strong infantry could cut them down. And also some good longbowmen. Oh, cardinal report, by the way. We got a new English cardinal. That's good. Stephen Hicks now a cardinal. And Tomasz Stajsak has also been promoted, and he's Polish. So, boo.
God's
Michelle, are you... oh yeah, you're a cardinal now, aren't you? Oh, hang on, he has technically trespassed into my lands. Michelle, can you chase down Premslaw of Sarnok,
This is the heathen
the
in
man with
question,
the big
my lord?
hat, and bring him down, please?
They shall stand trial.
Good, good.
Continuing, yes,
You
Your
wouldn't
Highness.
reach him, but to us, you would do a
Name
very
the
good job.
blasphemer.
It's not bad, just what I want to let a guy by war declared. Mongols are fighting the Turks now. Ooh, right, so the Mongols are moving up in the world. They want to take on the Turks, fine. Let them do what they're doing. I don't know how strong the Turks are at this point in the game. Maybe they'll hold them off, maybe they'll lose. I genuinely don't really know. Okay, so there's a lot of concerning stuff going on this turn, mainly surrounding the Spanish, the Polish, and the Papal States, and the Sicilians. So it is concern o'clock. Also, that Imperial army's wandered off. Charles, where the hell is that Imperial army? Well, we've lost it. Right, fine. No, I've just gone somewhere to be an absolute pain in the ass, and I'm not having you do anything where I don't know if you'll succeed. In fact, why don't you just go back there and... Do you want to murder a... Nah, I don't want to murder a Mongolian diplomat.
As you will.
Ooh, what is that? No, just no... Why is there all the Mongolian diplomats? I just love diplomats now all of a sudden. You know, earlier it was no talk, just slaughter. Now it's all talk and no slaughter. Right, Captain Aston, get your ass in Innsbruck, by the way, so I can start retraining or merging you or whatever I want to do with you. And start recruiting some feudal knights, please. Okay, right, so... How am I going to do this? Let's go west to east today. So we're going to start in the west. So, biggest concern right now, we've got 3 Spanish armies mooching around in my land. Biggest concern of which is the army led by Captain Berengul.
We would see you dead, heathen.
Now, I believe I've had sight of this army. It is pretty much all infantry, maybe a couple of Jeanettes among them. However, it does have numbers, and while I do have numbers because I had Ambrose going around wasting time, it's not going to happen. But then again, that buys me a turn to recruit additional troops, and I suspect Captain Berenguel, or Berenger or whatever, I think their target is going to be Marseille at the minute, because it's effectively a territory that's up for grabs by anyone, except I'm going to be going and grabbing it now. That being said, Spanish infantry seems to have generally outclassed me, so some good old yeomen will bring them down, and some mailed knights, so we'll recruit those, and then we're going to start actively hunting them down. Captain Rui has fallen behind, so I think we would be very clever in marching out and getting rid of him now. That being said, you know, maybe if Gregory was to bring this whole army out, it might challenge the Spanish and tempt them into coming back to face us. I do have a good army here, so yeah, we'll deploy the troops, except I'll have to leave one guy behind just in case there's a Spanish army sneaking around to cause me some aggro. So let's think about what we're going to train later, because I'm already quite low on money. I'm not sieging anything this turn, so I'm not going to make any loot money off this one. So Gregory, I want you to take everything except... It's always the toughest choice. What do we leave behind? You leave the peasant archers behind. They are technically the weakest unit. I want you to go down and hunt down Captain Rui. I know you're going to basically absolutely stomp him, and he might just run away, but we need to try and encourage him to basically leave our lands. We need to really just get on top and get rid of Captain Berenguel. And to be honest, your army's pretty much okay. Plenty of archer power. Billmen are good damage dealers. We've got some dismounted English knights who are okay, and a few dismounted feudals. Not the biggest and best army I've ever had, but it's still good on the attack and very good on the defense. And if we can make the Spanish come to us, that's where we'll excel, because longbowmen can be an excellent defensive unit. So let's just try and deal with Captain Rui now. If he wants to fight, he wants to fight. If he doesn't, he doesn't. End of. Bordeaux, I noticed that you've now got a population shrinkage, so I will deal with that in a few minutes. For now, let's just try and get rid of Captain Rui. And there's another Spanish army in Baron led by Captain Jesus. Right, we'll have to blaspheme and kill him later. For now, yeah, Captain Rui has retreated as predicted. He's going to make a stand on the bridge.
By God's will, we have triumphed!
I could fight him, but that might draw in the army of Captain Berenguel. That's going to be tricky if I was to go aggressive on the bridge. But then again, because Captain Rui's army is so small, I could probably get my troops across the bridge and try and play it to my advantage. To be honest, I'd rather get this nipped in the bud now rather than later. If things go wrong, a secondary army from Toulouse can march out and take over. And you know what? You could get a free merc unit if you want. How about a mercenary Ryber? Yeah, bloody hell, 600 floors for mercenary Ryber. And you get 930 for some fucking crossbowmen. I'm very tempted to pay. You know what? You know what? 250 per turn to upkeep it though. How much is a Ryber costing me at the minute? Well, 250. Right, fuck it. Yeah, we're getting a Ryber then. I know I'm basically just paying a higher fee for its recruitment, but because I can only ever recruit these guys in Italy at the minute, you know what? Just get one of these bad boys and give it a go. Because I wasn't really going to go with Pavisa crossbowmen. They just don't really work in my army. Oh, there's no crusade we could join. That's a shame. And I didn't mean to hit that, but yeah, just recruit them. Thank you. Right, let's take this new toy out against Captain Rui and see if Captain Berenguel wants to join us.
As you command, my liege.
I wonder if this is technically going to be a bridge battle, because I've already crossed the bridge now. Well, we'll see. Ah, and he is going to join us. Oh, this Captain Diago's going to join us as well. Who is Captain Diago? Oh, wait, he was the super secret bonus Spanish army hiding around. But we are going to have to deal with Captain Berenguel. Now, this does bring the strength ratio down to 3 to 4. However, this is probably going to be down to the sheer numbers we're facing. So, Captain Rui, by the way, is 3 units of dismounted chivalrics. Not the easiest unit to deal with, I'll admit, but my longbowmen should be able to bring their numbers down with concentrated fire. Captain Diago, a unit of Jeanettes. They're dealable. We've dealt with them before. I could go for a night attack, by the way, and bring it down to just nothing and just kill Captain Rui today. But let's have a look and see what Berenguel will bring. So Berenguel will bring 1 unit of handgunners. He will bring 1, 2, 3 units of chivalric knights. He'll bring a unit of swordsman militia. He'll be bringing 1, 2, 3 units of dismounted feudal knights. Quite a few crossbow. It's mainly the artillery that's probably going to be making up his firepower. To be honest, his infantry corps is good, it's strong, but he doesn't have the numbers. I think with some tactical flankage from my cavalry, concentrated fire from the longbowmen, and the Ryber playing into my hands, I think we could take his army on. If we could deal with Captain Rui quickly, we should be fine. That being said, he's basically brought some sardine tin units, so we're going to have to crack them open with my can openers. But for now, let's fight this one out on a battle map and see how we get along. For this is going to be quite a battle.
Honor and glory await England. The time for battle has come. But it is not my way to send men into needless peril or throw lives away. Be assured, I will not ask any more of you than I would ask of myself. I ask only that you fight with honor and do not turn your back to the foe. Together then, we will have victory, for such is to my taste and my custom in battle. Your Spanish enemies are proud, perhaps too proud. In this place, I mean to see them humbled and cut down to size. We'll see how these over-proud Iberians like the taste of English steel. I see that our foes are amply supplied with heavily armored troops. Would that we had some men who carry firelocks. We may feel their lack. And at the last, there are those who say I am a hard taskmaster. I am proud to admit there are few harder. If I lash you with my tongue, it saves you from the whips of foreigners. That way, more of you will come safe home. Now fight, you English sots! Fight!
Nice for that guy to show me that there was literally nothing in his head. Right, let's start deploying. And the bridge does not play into this battle, which could be an advantage. That being said, Captain Rui controls a hill, and I want that hill. That hill could be key to my victory. Okay, let's get deploying. Let's put all our lads to the back first things first, and prepare how we're going to go about dealing with this. Now, if we could quickly dispatch the enemy chivalric knights, this is where we're going to get the advantage and we're going to be able to win this one quite quickly. That being said, I'm still going to get my longbowmen to draw up stakes because, hey, I like steaks and, well, they are very tasty. But it gives me an area to fall back to and kill any cavalry that may come for us. Not that the enemy's bringing a lot, if any cavalry. We've got, what, 1 unit of Jeanettes, but if they come and trip over them, then ha-ha-dee-har-har. Okay, now my biggest weakness is going to be my infantry corps. I don't have a lot of infantry, I'll just put it to you like that. I've got these lovely, lovely, well-crafted dismounted feudal knights, and I've got a unit of dismounted English as well. Dismounted English will lead the initial attack on the enemy chivalrics, because these guys, I'd like to say these guys should be on the same level and should be able to kill off enemy chivalrics, but we've never seen these guys do anything good in their lives. So we're gonna have a try. We're gonna try and bull rush the enemy position basically. So we're gonna have the general. I'm gonna keep him reserve. No, because I'm gonna need him on this one. So we're gonna have the general up here. We're gonna have the feudals on here as well. And we're also going to have them mailed over here, basically because I want to rush the hill and get it captured. It's a key strategic position that will do very well to control throughout this battle. Spearmen, I'm going to have you here right now. You're a reserve unit, but once we control the hill, you're going to be very... My god, those spears look fucking fearsome, by the way, lads. But once we're on that hill, these guys are going to be instrumental in taking over some positions. I guess actually when you upgrade the weapons, they actually look better as well as the armor. I didn't realise that. They are some very nice looking swords my dudes have, and I don't know why I'm getting all like noticeable over this, but hey, nice to see that my guys have very good quality weapons. Billmen, same applies to them. They're a good damage dealing unit, but chivalrics are simply out of their league. These guys are not going to be doing well against them, so let's just keep these guys in reserve. These guys can tangle with feudal knights. They've been alright against them. I'm going to keep another unit of you guys in reserve. Luckily, Captain Rui has no missile power, so I am able to get away with this bunching up of men. And the Ryber, I want to get that thing on top of the hill first, but this thing,
March!
I don't know how good it is because I've never used this thing in battle before. I suspect its firing rate won't be good, but then again at the same time when it does fire, it is firing several shots at once. It is like a small volley of guns. Either way, just to reiterate before we get into this battle, the strategy, we are going to capture the hill of Captain Rui, bring down his chivalric men by rushing him with a mixture of cavalry and knights. We will then take the hill as a defensive location to defend ourselves from our main enemy, Captain Berenger Ranadori. And then there's the other captain, Diego. He's a wild card. It'll just be a unit of Jeanettes just moving around trying to cause some trouble. We will have to deal with them as they come. I can't quite predict how he'll be doing it. But either way, let us now march on that hill and get it under our control before things go wrong.
The enemy have brought up more men. They hope to make up in numbers what they lack in gallantry.
The enemy has decided to make it easier. And oh, enemy reinforcements led. Is it because my PC's shit? Pah! Good. That buys me time. That's a really shitty exploit, by the way, and I do not approve of me using it. But at the same time, well, I have to kill these lads off and make room for my PC to accommodate all these fucking hundreds of troops on a PC that plays Thrones of Britannia on ultra settings and has no trouble. Actually, it would have been a better analogy if I said Warhammer 2. Yeah, my PC can play Warhammer 2 on Ultra, by the way, and not break a sweat, whereas on here, ooh, too much. Can't be doing this. I know Medieval 2 is so fucking hard to run in it, guys. It's the fucking crisis of our era. Right, anyway, enough sarcasm, enough, well, dry wit? Nah, it wasn't very dry. There are some enemy reinforcements inbound, by the way. Those Jeanettes are coming in. And they're just gonna, it looks like they're just gonna bombard straight in. Right, enemy is moving around. There are peasants who are gonna make it their one objective in life, just to tangle around and just get in the way. Actually, if we have the time, I guess we could have our fun with the enemy as well. Maybe get some missiles on them. In fact, yeah, the enemy's falling back to regroup. So you know what, lads? Change of plan. Change of plan. We're not going to bull rush. Get the ride bow up here. I want to see what it can do. I want to test it. I want to keep my longbowmen's ammunition in reserve for now, though. I want to reserve that for the main event. That's where we're going to need it. But yeah, the enemy Jeanettes are just marching around looking to cause some problems for me. I think they've just seen a tasty target in my infantry, so yeah. And they are going to do the standard times. But like, cavalry just has no range on this game, do they? Anyway, the general's just going to quickly intercept them, bring them to heel. There we go. Good, 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 good. Keep them engaged with us, general. There we go. Fantastic job. Right, they won't last long against a general, because it's effectively a unit of feudal knights. Right.
If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
Our men are lining up. I do have a wary eye on those chivalric knights. They'll just be coming in just to get in the way. So, lads, don't keep in this battle forever. Just make this one quick, please. Just quickly slice up the Jeanettes and then get out of there once you're done, please. Rybo, where are you? You are up here, right? Keep moving. Mailed knights, yeah, you just keep yourselves there. Wait further on. Let's get control of the flanks for now. Longbowmen, actually, you know what? Let's start moving all our troops up to the hill as well. Longbowmen, get yourselves up, but I've disabled your fight will privilege. So I want you to.
Good tidings.
Ooh,
the
I
enemy
thought that was mine for a minute.
dead. We've sent the base cur to hell.
Good, right? That might trigger his men to run. Anyway, I'm going to start moving up my troops. Let's just get them all up here now. Just start preparing to take over this hill. Right. How are we doing here? We've nearly brought them down. The shaken. General's bodyguard's taking a bit of a hit in this one. Not too much of a hit, though. Jeanette shields are really weird, by the way, aren't they?
We remain true and
I wonder what they're made out of.
Victory will be ours.
It looks like some strange material they use. Alright, come on, lads. I need this to be done quicker than you're doing it, please. I really want these guys gone. Where's that Rybo, by the way? Right, it's nearly up here. What we're going to do is we're going to position it here, and then we're going to watch it shoot some people. Yeah, let's just keep this one going, please. Come on. Don't like how close those enemies are getting now, actually. Right, you know what? They're coming in. Lads, get out of there. Alright, knights. Defensive formation. Here they come. Dismounted English knights. I need you to bull rush now. So, lads, just try and pull yourselves in there. Good job on drawing those Jeanettes away. Cavalry. Time to do what makes us great. Right, where are my mailed knights, by the way? Oh, yeah, you were playing the obvious flanking strategy.
The enemy are badly bloodied.
Right, get in there and go for the obvious flank.
The enemy army
Right.
flees the field. Pursue and run them down.
Feudal knights, get in there. I think the enemy may have called my bluff in a way, because it seems that they didn't fully commit to charging my units down, but at the same time, they kind of have. Knights closing on those peasants. Just get them. Just do what, you know, any good knight does and just fucking slaughter the underclasses. I'm just kidding. That's actually against the code of chivalry, but I'm going to do it anyway because fuck that. Right.
If we remain true and steadfast, victory will be ours.
Lads, you're doing a fantastic job. General, you're taking a couple of hits. I'm just going to pull you out for a few minutes just because I don't want to risk losing you at this early stage in the battle, because, you know, if I was to lose you at this early stage in the battle, then, you know, that's quite poor. Enemy peasants have just collapsed. They are out of here. Right, time to bring down the enemy chivalrics. Their morale is doing pretty poor at the minute. That's absolutely fine by me. Rybo isn't firing at will. Right, lads, I need my archers. I need everyone else to start making a position on this hill. We are going to prepare our defences for the main event of today. The other enemy army is just about done for, so I want spears on the flanks, as I always do. There's going to be enemy artillery to deal with, so we may need to loosen our formations out, so we'll see what we can do about that.
General. That'll teach the cowardly dog to turn tail and run.
He isn't worth anything, lads.
Rest at our leisure.
Can't we just kill him? Right, anyway. How are we doing over here? Spanish have just about broken, and yeah, we're just taking out whatever's left their knight. Looks like they are just going to fight it to the end. Fine, let them do so. I have a main enemy army to deal with now, provided that my computer can now render this shit. I'd like to think it could, otherwise I feel like I've wasted my time building up this battle and this strategy. Like, you know, here comes the big fucking enemy army, when it turns out, oh wait, here we don't come. Right, longbowmen, I need you to loosen your formations out, just because I am concerned there is a high number.
Behold how our cowardly
fucking
foe
brilliant.
runs.
Right.
It's time to press the attack.
Alright, lads, I'm sorry. I promised you a really good battle and then it didn't happen. Okay, knights, cavalry, chase down the scum, please, and get rid of them. I do apologise that the main event could not happen, but the game said we weren't allowed to have big battles because apparently that's stressful on the hardware. That, once more, is fucking capable of running Warhammer 2 on fucking max at 60 FPS. without breaking a sweat. And it's like, no, we can't do this shit. Sorry, bro. Oh well, at least I got rid of some Spanish foes. We'll get rid of the rest later.
Victory is ours. Let it be a salve upon our wounds.
A salve upon our wounds. Did we not do that well this time around? I thought we did fine. Yeah, average victory. I only lost 60 men. Fucking hell, you did shit today, mate. Well, because Captain Bernagle came out of it completely scot-free by not turning up at all. Oh well, whatever. It's still a victory, and I'll just call it a clear victory. We all know it's a clear victory. So, yeah, good performance, men. Minimum losses. I guess 1 or 2 units getting some experience. It wasn't a total washout. Just a bit disappointing. Cool, let's progress on. We might actually get to fight that battle now anyway, provided I've still got some moves left on this turn. Oh, and we can ransom off some of the enemy army. Yeah, you know what? Let's make the Spanish my personal cash cow.
You know that we can pay.
Pay up then. Oh dear. I mean, oh wait, Captain Bernagle's decided, you know what, because I really can't be bothered, I'm going to retreat anyway. Alright, well...
Honourable, glorious victory!
He's run away back to
Hail,
Spain,
my
where
king.
he will trouble me no more. Okay, that's fine. Right, let's deal with Captain Ricardo then, and then we'll move on. Trait increase, by the way, Gregory feels appreciated.
Dog
Yeah,
is cheap. Come face me.
Alright, fair enough. I'll show you how thrifty I am then, or how wealthy I am by coming over and just slaughtering you with my actions. Right, let's deal with Captain Ricardo now then, and then at least he's dealt with.
As you will, my king.
And then I guess
To
it's
battle.
time to review how far along we are in life and our campaign and stuff like that. Let's not get too cosmic about this, except he's going to run
By
away
God's
and I can't
will,
catch up
we
with him.
have triumphed. We
Damn.
shall continue tomorrow, my liege.
The Spanish just don't do fighting very well, do they? Fine,
Hail,
fine.
my
Gregory,
king.
just hold your position. We'll deal with Captain Ricardo later. What do we know
Name
about
the
his army,
field
by
of
the way?
battle. We will meet you there.
Well, we did name the field of battle and then you ran away from it, but he's 2 Jeanettes, 2 crossbows, a trebuchet and sword militia. Pretty easy army to take out by all standards. Okay, so... Actually, we're not going to review where we're up to yet, by the way, because there's still quite a few battles we're going to fight this turn. That being said, John of Westbury, how ready do you feel to march upon your enemies? Kind of want to get 1 more unit in the army just when I've got the full 20 stack, though. You can never have too many fucking spearmen. Get 1 more unit of spears and then we're heading out, and also recruit 2 units of... Actually, just recruit more spears. And then I can use the additional spears as a garrison for Angiers. Rennes, by the way, why so unhappy? Actually, yeah, genuinely, why are you so unhappy today? I know we're building a church, so... And I always go into a building perhaps for some reason. Public order, yeah, we're not doing too well from religious unrest. I mean, it's just general unrest. That's fine. I'm getting some better stuff imported there. Admiral Nicholas, by the way, you can get in there. We're having this thing where none of you want to join up with other armies because you're all very arrogant or something like that. Right, oh wait, we can't retrain yet. Yeah, can you make retraining the Navy a priority, because there's still a Spanish Navy kicking around here up to no good. Okie dokie, right, so, yeah, the other concerns that we did have then. So, there is the papal concern. Dominicius Bruni is now, well, he's getting bigger, but for now, I don't intend to fight him. We do need to get a plan together here, though. I guess we could put Captain Howard off for a little bit, because he'll just indefinitely exist. What we do need to do is deal with Tiziano Guilani now, because he's a concern, because
You do not attack me out of fear.
I don't know where he's going to intend to attack, but he's going to attack, simple as that. Now, he does have a mixed army. He's got some peasant archers, Italian spear militia, Italian militia. Right, I think the only difference is Italian militia. I think Italian militia are basic town militia. I'm guessing that's their role. We've got some Balkan archers. I've never been too fond of these guys. They have some pretty crazy good range, but they have an even worse counterpart. But luckily they're not in the area. But you know, Balkan archers, they're strong. They can give my longbowmen a near run for their money, except my longbowmen can cut up armor, whereas these guys just have range. And then 1 unit dismounted Norman Knights. Alright, it's a fairly average Sicilian army. We don't know what a Sicilian army is on average, but what I can tell you is the troops I have right now are going to struggle. We need better reinforcements than what we have right now. So what we are going to do is recruit some archers. I'm going to recruit some artillery, and then we'll deal with him as he comes. Bologna also has some fairly decent troops, but at the same time our castle troops need to be sent away for retraining. We can't get anyone out of the area because of the zone of control implemented by our foes. So Bologna, I'd recommend just recruiting some additional troops once more, just so then we can try and hold out. I'm trying to go around and build forts. It's just not going to happen right now, especially now that I've got no general in the area. We need to get a new general set up here. That is a definite priority for us. Well, I do have my dude in Naples. Christopher, could you come up? Oh God, Naples is going to be a bit narky, but I need you up in Rome because I'm going to have some jobs for you to do. Just keep it on a growth build policy. No auto. Yeah, we might have to move back, but we'll see. We'll see how it curbs. Might just need to get a bit of a bit of unrest out of their system anyway. By the way, can we go and set Admiral Paganellius? By the way, just get rid of him. I know it's quite crappy to get rid of not Polish navies. I'm happy about getting rid of papal navies, but at the same time, and I don't really want to be the active aggressor, but at the same time, they're only going to attack me. Good, that's the seas a little bit clearer. Okay, head back for retraining and all that gear. You did a good job today. You also got a train increase. You're a fine officer. Good. Admiral Lawrence, what have we got nearby? By the way, we've got a very small papal navy. I keep wanting to say Polish, but it's papal. Have a go at it, please. Oh, right, you're not going to win this one. I guess war galleys are actually very good. Again, yeah, I'm only using cogs. Yeah, don't bother with that one. He's probably going to be... Yeah, he's now permanently in that one. I should have probably done my military intelligence discovery before I did that one, and now I haven't, and I'm bonking that one up. Okay, that's fine. Right, anyway, this situation right now is something I can't deal with this term, but I think we're going to have to be a bit reactive to this situation. But at the same time, I do have good troops here who I could potentially lend to Venice to hold off. In fact, we are going to lend them some. We're going to send up some ribos. We are going to send up some not mercenaries, but some archer militias. Send up the merchant cavalry militia. Send up the arquebusiers. And also send in the billmen and the heavy bill militia, and they can come and help defend this area. Or potentially we could get rid of Captain Howard. Yeah, we send in the cannon as well. It's just the lack of good attacking infantry I have, which is the big issue. I'm basically going to be basically entirely dependent on taking them out with missiles alone. That being said, I'm still sending in good spears. And again, at the end of the day, against a rebel army, all I need to do is force a rout. Yeah, you know what? This army might just do it, right? I want you lot to march in and try and take out Captain Howard, please. If you can do that, that's one of my big worries out of the way, and then you lot can link up and try and get rid of Tirezano. Milan, you need to start recruiting some additional bill militia, please, and then we'll help you out later. Okay, Captain. Oh, it's going to be next turn. Thank you very much for nothing. Right. Oh, it's like every general I come across today just doesn't want to do his job. What's up with Władysław, by the way? What do we know about him?
Not here to negotiate a truce.
You're never here to negotiate a truce, and you're sending off a big army, right? My spy right now is in Fawn, and he is going to be there for a while. So, Prague's army's okay, but it isn't the best in the world. However, what I think we're going to do is we're going to do what we do with a few Polish armies like we've done so far. I'm going to send up an army like so. They are going to position themselves tactically here in this lovely little mountain pass, and then we're going to move in and get in from behind as well. Just a two-prong approach, a classic approach. Now, I do lack cavalry, and the Polish have probably brought cavalry. However, what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw everything I have at this guy to bring him down, because that's how I like to do it. In fact, leave one unit of honour just behind, or catapults, whatever we're going to call them today, just for security's sake, and then bricks. I'd rather have the extra man-powered infantry, if you get what I mean, defending the area. I am now out of money, so I'm going to have to try and raise some somewhere now, or if I could just get some cavalry over, but I can't. You know what, I'm sure Breslau can survive one turn with a minimised garrison. Right, anyway, We are just about at the end of today's episode, in fact, my friends, because time has gotten on, and I know it hasn't really been the most thrilling episode, for which I do apologise. We kind of were robbed of what I was hoping to be a very big battle. So you know what, we're gonna do this battle now, and then hey, it's done, it's out of the way. So Captain Davy, let's go and do a Władysław Pietz, please.
To war then, sire.
You better turn up, Captain Arthur, by the way. I don't do reinforcements who don't show up to battle. Right, he is going to be under AI control, by the way. Anyway, so strength ratio is 1-to-1, mainly because I am basically throwing a militia army at this guy. What has Władysław brought? Well, he's gone for the mercenary approach, as in, he's bringing himself. That's fine, my spears will have fun bringing him down. But he's also bringing some Polish nobles, 3 of them. Great, I have enough trouble dealing with 1 of them, and since I don't have any cavalry, these guys are going to be... annoying will be the understatement. He's also bringing some woodsmen, I think that's a new unit, and some crossbow militia. He's actually bringing a lot of crossbows. He's bringing 2 crossbow militia here, and then 3 units of mercenary pavisas, and also 3 units of merc spears. They're going to be the main body of his army, but if we can bring those guys down, then his army doesn't really have much of a leg to stand on. Woodsmen, by the way, are guys with pointy wizard hats, and they are a axe unit. I guess a light axe unit, because, yeah. Apparently they're tough men accustomed to lives of hard work though, but that being said, I don't know how much they like the reality of the battlefield, but we'll see how they do that. But for now, let's just move in and try and bring down this little Polish incursion and stop them from taking Prague, because I guess we just really don't want to have Breslau back. They're just all about getting Prague, which I don't know why, but they are. Either way, let's go in a battle.
This battle belongs to England.
Now, don't be so pessimistic. We will have the upper hand back in our control very, very soon, right?
Units, await my orders.
Let's get our troops ready to bring down some Polish. Now, while the enemy does have a lot of crossbows, at the same time, I have my artillery. And I think my artillery will be very happy to basically go and squash, crush, and destroy anything that looks at it in a funny way. Archer militias as well, you will line up in a loose formation, because the crossbows are going to try and provide you with some issues. I will give them that, because there's a lot of them. But I do have reinforcements coming from behind them as well, so the enemy will be splitting their troops, hopefully, to try and deal with 2 armies at once. So provided my reinforcements arrive on time, and just basically are like-minded to me in a way, I don't really have any ability to control them, but they should hopefully be a suitable distraction. Right, anyway, we're going to pop our spears on the flank as we always tend to do so, mainly because there are a few Polish nobles creeping around this particular battlefield who are intending to cause problems for me. So let's just stop them from causing problems by getting plenty of spears on the flank who can hopefully just catch them out and bring them down. Billman will be a little further forward because I can afford to have those guys zapped out by arrows. I'm not so keen on having my knights being zapped out, so they're going to be a little further behind in this particular battle, so let's get them there and they'll march in as appropriate. Either way, the plan is we will try and take down the enemy with missile attrition, so the catapults and the archer militia will do their part first, and then we'll bring in the billmen, bring in the spearmen, and just try and mob the enemy. It's not really the most clever of tactics, but because I am basically running on a militia army here, it's the best we can do. But that being said, the Polish army is mainly mercenaries who don't pledge for most loyalty in the world. They just want their money. Anyway, let's just move in and do what we can. Right. Let's get going. So, let's start off by... Oh, reinforcements delayed. At this time, it is not because my PC can't be bothered. So, fine, we're prepared to fight without them. We're going to start bringing our catapults into positions. We'll take up positions in the forest. Spears, if you could set yourselves up here as well, a hidden position would actually be even more advantageous. And other spears you can set up on the hill. The enemy is taking up positions on the hill as well. And I suspect that's going to give them a good flanking opportunity. Right, we need to be monitoring that pass. In fact, put all our cavalry there. This time we'll march here first. If I see a sniff of a unit trying to sneak round up, we will action that immediately. Right, Billman, you want to line up on the road. Knights just be a little ways behind, and then that's every unit moving up. Every unit has an order now. Don't really need to use fire. Actually, shall I use fire arrows? Yeah, go with fire arrows. I think we could use a little bit of an edge on the damage output, so that might just help us out. And it might try and spook off some of the troops, just because I think when we get into melee, we might run into some issues, because I am using militia troops, and no diss on the militia troops. They're fucking fantastic men for coming out and fighting for us today, but I think the Polish could potentially overwhelm us. They do have an advantage on this particular battlefield, and mine has been eroded away by the, you know, the lack of commitment from my reinforcements. But we'll still do what we can. We're not just going to give up just because the reinforcements didn't turn up, you know. The catapults are going to get themselves into position. They are going to start opening fire. They are going to bring down as many troops as they can. Because, you know what? When the onagers have a good day, they have a good day. And when I call them the right name, I call them the right name. Catapults, you're not onagers. Onagers are big tall fuckers who bring down walls eventually. The onagers were never really that good in Rome Total War, were they? I was practically worshipping them in that Carthage campaign, but when you think about it, they're alright, but yeah, they're alright. Repeating ballistas, they were kind of okay. Actually, you know what, artillery in Rome Total War in general was just actually a bit shit. Unless you had elephants, they fucking bossed it. Right, anyway, how close are we to getting into battle? We are very close to getting into battle. But the catapult is now preparing to open fire. Good. I'm still very wary about we have all those Polish nobles songing around her. Lads, keep your position quite far away. I don't want you just to be in range of them, because then that's just going to give them an excuse to start causing a lot of trouble for us. Okay, archers have just arrived at their destination, by the way. As it stands, they cannot open fire. And I'm not particularly keen on having them just basically walk into the range of a load of crossbow militia, just basically playing a counter-volley game. But at the same time, it's going to take pressure off my infantry. So it is basically playing a bit of devil's advocate here. So, archers, I see the Pavisa crossbowmen actually have eyes on my spears, so I want you to move up, and I want you to make that your issue. You archers will stay here, and you will play with whatever you can over here, because the enemy is advancing towards us, so once something's in your range, I want you to bring it down. The enemy general is also sneaking around there, so I think by splitting off my troops, I have given the enemy... Oh god, actually, no, they're coming forward. They've said, fuck it, we're just going to charge you. Alright, spears, try and move in and intercept some enemy Polish nobles, please. Artillery's trying to pull back. Billman, I need you to be running into the battle, please. Knights, they're on their way in. We have been fucking caught out here. Right. Spear militia, get in those Pavisa crossbowmen and bring them down before they even dare to open fire. They just want to try and get an advantageous position. I do not know where the enemy general has gone. He has wandered off, and that is concerning to me. Alright. Hidden spear militia, try and move up. I need you to try and come over here and flank the enemy. Right, Billman, get in those units. Right.
For defeat seems almost certain.
It is not certain. It's just almost certain. Right. Lads, turn face. They've got Polish nobles over there. Get in them. Bring them down. Force them into a melee, and that's where victory comes to us, because they do not fight well against spear units. Okay, I've got my knights coming in. Right, archers, where are we at? Archers, I need you to regroup over here and prepare to help out. Reinforcements have just arrived, by the way. Captain Arthur's arrival. He is coming from the same angle as us. How are you doing? No, wait, he's coming from over there, right? Good on you, Captain Arthur. Hopefully he can get in and just provide the absolute flank showdown. Right, knights, I need you on this angle, and I need you to move in and bring down these town militias, please. I know that sounds so beneath you, but if you can get in there, bring these lads down, we may be able to bring this battle back into my control. Right, you get in the back of us Pavisa crossbows and bring them down. How are we doing over here? Right, it is my spears fighting against some Pavisas and the Merc spears. The Merc spears are not doing too well. That's fine, but mine aren't doing fantastic either, and my other guys... Don't pursue, don't pursue. Don't pursue them just yet. I know you're doing good against them. Oh god, I've just managed to... Right. Lads, if you're going to retreat, try and retreat in the direction that can lure them towards my lines. Dismount feudal knights. Right. They're just running scared. They're just going to run to where they're going to try and be safe. Spear militia, try and get up that hill and help out. Some of our spears are retreating now. They tried against the Polish nobles, but I think they're fighting in their territory. Right. Artillery's just started opening fire by the way. I probably shouldn't have you set to fire at will. I do appreciate the enthusiasm, but at the same time, this is now a risky situation we need to be firing. Billman, thank you for coming back to fight. Getting us town militia, bringing the hell down, right. How's our captain doing? Oh god, I've stranded him, right. Just get in there, catch that unit into a melee, and you might still be able to bring him down. Spears, catch him into a melee, bring him down. Polish nobles are basically just crossbowmen on horses. They can
Only
be killed.
intervention by the Almighty,
Right.
or a military genius can bring us victory from
General's
this.
just rocked up into the battlefield as well, and he's rocked up somewhere very unhelpful, right? And all my other units right now are very far away. Look, Spears, it's alright, the General's pulling out, but right, Spears, I need you over here. There is an enemy general, and he is just moving around, causing me problems, and he's just taking advantage right now. I need Captain Arthur to get into this battle soon, because if he doesn't arrive, we're going to have problems, right? Archers, let's move forward. Let's try and get this battle back under control. I have got Polish units that have infiltrated my rear lines as well. Right, archers, look, I'm sorry. Don't skirmish. Stand, fight. Shoot them in the fucking face if you want to. It looks like they've just temporarily lost their IQ. So you know what? Get a good volley in them now, lads. Come on. Do this one for me. Good going, lads. Hold your ground there. Do what you can. You've drawn off a fair chunk of the enemy army, so we could play this to our advantage. You are going to have to be sacrificed, but this could give me a chance to control the centre of the battlefield once more, right? What's going on over here, right? We're pushing into those Polish nobles, and we're starting to bring them down. My knights here, they are fighting incredibly gallantly. Try and rally your men. But look, he is fighting with a degree of gallantry, and the enemy Polish nobles are going down. There is still that massive bloody squadron of bloody crossbowmen slinking around now. Spears, good, right. We've got the enemy Polish nobles on the run once more. They are an absolute arse parson to deal with, I know, but you know what? Don't even give them the attention they crave. They're attention seeking. I want you to get in there, and I want you to bring that general down. If he goes down, the bloody structure of the enemy army goes down. Same goes for you, Spears. Like you lot. Make your target. Actually, you know what? We have control of that. Archers. Fucking bombard that enemy general now. You lot, focus on wiping out whatever's left of the infantry. I'm going to have my archers just do some concentrated volleys on that enemy general. We are going to bring him down. You lot, just keep firing on any part of the line I'm not currently fighting, please. Alright, you lot, you've done a good job there. You've weakened the enemy incredibly. Start making your way back. Or at least I say make your way back. Spears, don't just stand and stare and let these guys get killed off. I need you to take over and help them out. Feudal Knights, I need you back in the centre of the battlefield. That's where you are needed right now, right? Lads, you're doing a good job. That
The
unit's
enemy up for the
cascading.
moment, the fortune of battle goes our way. Let's pray it remains as such.
It should hopefully do. Our reinforcements have just arrived. Right, Spearmen, I have a very simple job for you. See that unit of fucking General's Bodyguard? Move in and slaughter them. Archers, you will now fire only at what I tell you to fire at. And for now, I'm telling you to fire at this unit. Except you lot, get out of the group because you're just a unit on your own. Keep toying with that unit. You seem to be having a very good time at just basically killing it. Right, I've got some Polish nobles, and they're imminent. They're going to cause me trouble in a second. That's fine. I've still got the enemy general under my control. I'm still losing men. Right, what have I got left? Right, you lot, get back in the battlefield, please. I need you over here. You lot, what have you done here? Right, still got Polish nobles and crossbowmen just running around. Just giving me the absolute business here, but it's alright. Just try and catch up with at least one unit. You can, or at least there we've got Polish nobles have decided to come forward again. Just keep trying to kill them off because they are the absolute. No, we lost it. Right, that's fine. That unit was at their wits' end. Right, you lot. General's Bodyguard has decided to come in and be unhelpful. I know, and my own unit's now opening fire on me. Right, archers, ceasefire. Try once more. Just try and fire at things that are running away. You lot, try and deal with those mercenary provisors. I do have fresh troops just coming in. They're bringing in all the archers I need, except they are basically putting my own men at risk by firing upon my lines, which is annoying.
St. George protect us! Our general lies slain upon the battlefield.
Alright, our captain may have gone down, but you know what? Get me some retribution. Bring down their captain as a fair trade. Archers, I need you to open fire on this particular part of the enemy army. My spears have retreated, so therefore, you know what? It's a safe game. Get in there, bring them down. Get me some, just get some death and destruction going on here. Billman, I don't like throwing you out against an enemy general bodyguard because it's not a unit you're good at killing, but at the same time, I need whatever I can get to pin down that enemy general and keep him from moving any further. Oh, wait, I think we just nearly blew him up with artillery. I wasn't blowing myself up with artillery. Right, artillery, make your target here, please. Do not focus fire on the enemy general. He's a good target to bring down. Bloody hell, he's a fantastic target to bring down.
Lord, only half our force
Billman,
remains.
yeah, you've been caught out by the town militia. Just kill him off. Alright, artillery. Are we getting a good shot in over here, please? Please make it the best shot you could ever fire, please. Oh, please, looks like a good shot. Ah, no, you overshot it a little bit. Right, have I got another one about to open fire, please? Oh, you keep trying, lads. Right, lads, I need you to retreat back to the catapult, please. We need to regroup. Any men I have, get yourselves regrouped, please.
Good tidings. The enemy general lies dead. We've sent the base cur to hell.
Fantastic. Those reinforcements are paying themselves off now. Fresh bodies can just get in there and make all the difference, whereas my men, yeah, they are worn out, but it's alright. They can get in there now and cause trouble with the enemy general. Right. That being said, artillery, I no longer feel comfortable with you firing upon that position because I'm basically bringing in all of my men. Right, let's regroup.
The enemy army flees the field. Pursue and run them down.
I have no capable pursuing units. Let us end this battle. A close one indeed, but
this is a clear victory that goes to only men of great virtue and valor.
Actually, I'd only call this one the average victory this time around rather than the clear victory. We need to swap them around with that Spanish battle, but either way, we have managed to bring down 2/3 of Wladyslaw's army, which is pretty good going. However, it has come at the cost of my army basically being thirded. And Captain Arthur, luckily, he didn't take too many kills. He basically just came in to the end and just basically did the big finish. But you know what, men? You did a good job. I think really any issue that was here was I mismanaged you, and I think I was a bit too frontal with my archers, and that allowed the Polish to move in to an exposed unit, and I was basically panicking and desperately bringing my infantry forward into a battle where they should not have been fighting. Bugger all ransom money as well, right. Execute them.
Why? There is no need for this.
There is need, because I really can't be bothered fighting the Polish again for a while. Plus I'm in a bad mood.
The day is ours, sire.
Anyway, that's the Polish dealt with for a little bit. Captain Rufus, merge your troops, head back for Breslau, and I'll manage you from there. Same applies to you. Get your ass back to Prague and await further orders. Right, also relations worship. The Papal States are like, oh my god, I just hate you even more now. Wow, really? As if we could be hated anymore by them. Anyway, that is where we are going to call it an episode, my friend. Next time, we are going to do the 10-turn review, as we always do. Because we are pretty much at the end of this turn. There is nothing else we can do, because we were going to have some battles here, but they can't have until next turn, so that's when they'll happen. So until then, I really do hope you have a lovely evening, my friends. Is that where the captain went? No, that's just so the captain. I was going to say, is that where our favourite runaway went? But it wasn't. But I really do hope you have enjoyed, my friends, and I look forward to seeing you on the next episode, where we will continue dealing with issues, I guess, and hopefully we'll be moving on to Marseille, and we'll start putting a plan together to take Palermo and Vienna. But that's for the next episode, my friends, so see you there.